Don't be surprised. I'm never surprised at what the white man would do. Never. Because his soul is not upright in him. His soul is not upright. I'm never surprised. Don't surprise me. It might surprise Kanye what his wife would do. Just ask Lamar Odom. He know what they do.
Or Halle Berry when her baby's father caught her in there.
That's right. That's right.
But that's always gonna happen. You know, come on now. You know, it's always gonna happen. You know, you're gonna be a nigga whether you dating a white woman and she call you one, or a white man and he call you one. That's what you are to them, and it's ingrained in them. It's in their cells.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What's the cells? You trying to get out of that border fetus?
No, you was on it.
No, it's too late. You going back to it?
Hey.
12.
10. Oh, there it is. Read verse 12 and 10. We're going down to 13.
Ecclesiasticus 12, verse 10 through 13.
Mm-hmm.
Never trust thine enemy.
Don't trust your enemy.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
This is the Bible, right? And every word of the Bible is what? True. Don't trust your enemy. Don't trust your enemy. Because iron rust, his wickedness going to come through. Just like iron rust. Surely it's iron rust. Wow. That wickedness is in him. Come on.
Though he humble himself.
Though he come to you humble, he's a friend. Hey, guy, you're my buddy. My favorite Negro.
Wow, straight up. And go crouching.
And go crouching, what?
Yeah, like lowering himself.
Lowering himself, like, we cool, buddy.
Yeah.
We cool. Come on.
Yet take good heed.
But you better watch this joker.
Yet take good heed and beware of him.
And beware.
Just like that rattlesnake analogy just a second ago.
Better beware of him. Come on.
Yeah.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
All his wickedness is still there. It don't matter how much good they do for you. No matter how they hook you up. I got you. Don't worry about it. This is the devil. Don't worry about it. This is the devil right here that's talking to you.
Wow.
Come on.
Set him not be thee. Set him not by thee.
Don't set him by you. Come on.
Lest when he hath overthrown thee.
When he get the good, the best of it, when he find out, because they watch you. The white man watches you. He trying to see if I can say this to him, will I get away with it? If I can do this to him, how can I get rid of him? How can I overcome him? How can I do something to him? And they'll do something wicked as hell to you and say, hey, guy, I didn't know it was going to do that. I didn't know it was like that. Because they not upright. Their spirit not good. And they don't want to see you get ahead in no type of way. So you can bet your bottom dollar, Kanye, that it wasn't a choice. You niggas got to get up and work for free. And kill you a possum or something. We give you a little batters because we want our laborers to, not to die on us. So we give you a little flour, y'all can make some rolls or something.
Pig feet.
And some pig feet.
And chitlins.
And some intestines.
Yeah. You know.
Some intestines.
Yeah, filters, huh?
Yeah.
Filters for everything poisonous.
That's right.
That's right. That'll work.
All right, come on.
Set him not by thee. Lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Stand up in your place. Take over. And have rulership over you. Come on.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand. Lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words. And be pricked therewith.
Is that it? Verse 13?
No. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Uh-oh. Well, who gonna feel sorry for a snake charmer? Because you know what you're gonna be thinking? He had no business messing with that snake.
Why was he playing with the serpent?
He had no business playing with that snake. The snake is leaving him going. Let that snake go on about his business. And let that snake do him. But why you gonna pick this snake up and get to messing with this snake? Why? And then when he turn around and bite your ass, then you want somebody, oh, I'm bit. You think somebody's supposed to feel sorry for you? No. Just be bit or let your arm swell up and fall off or whatever. Come on.
Listen, this is the greatest verse in the Bible ever. Ever. I don't know about the rest of them, but who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Nobody.
Or any such as come nigh wild beasts.
Yeah, just like the video I just sent you when they was on the tour.
Yeah.
And
I don't understand why
the lion was in his natural habitat. He going on by his business.
Right.
But the man gets off of he get out of the little trailer that they was in, the little tour bus, and everything he get off to go see what the lion was doing.
He walk in the cage with the lion. I seen
that?
I seen that.
And he drugged him to the bushes?
The lion dragged him like it wasn't nothing but
He
time.
did.
And they talking about shoot the lion. Why?
The
lion do what the lion do. He wasn't bothering him.
That's what Chris Rock said. The tiger went tiger. He didn't go crazy. The tiger went tiger.
The tiger went tiger. The lion went lion. He didn't do nothing. He in his natural, he just walking around looking at a fence. They already got him in the fence.
Yes, it was nothing.
Yeah, he just looking around. Then this fool wanted
to get
off
run?
the bus.
He walked through the cage. Why did he run?
No, he got off they were like on a bus or something. Because they were out there looking at the dang on lion. And he get out and open up the door. And he want to go see what the lion doing. And then when the lion turn around and see him, like, this nigga's in here.
Right.
The funny part of the video, if you look at the man's body language, his body language is off because he kind of like, I shouldn't be in here.
Yeah, he started running.
And then that lion turned around like, you tried to run.
And you shouldn't be in here.
The
lion said, oh, and you shouldn't be in here.
You ain't see the deleted scene. You ain't see the deleted scene. I don't understand why he did it, but when he first got in the cage and he saw the lion, he did like this. That's when he started running. He couldn't believe it. Like, nigga, you walked in the lion cage. How you ain't believe it?
Oh man, that's crazy.
He started running in.
And he ran in slow motion trying to get back to the thing. And the lion just jumped up and grabbed his neck and just drug him to the bushes.
Yeah.
And they like, get it. And they screaming, get a gun.
But
get a gun. Shoot the lion. No, don't shoot the lion.
No.
Shoot the idiot that went in there with the lion.
But it was so crazy because when he drugged him, I don't understand why they get to looking around. The lion left him alone for a minute. He looked around and then he hit him with his paw and his whole body flipped over.
Wow.
He hit him one time and his body flipped over. He did like a 360 or something. And then he drug him in the bushes right after that. I'm like, why you in there with a 500-pound beast?
Let me tell you something.
That can't be tamed. You know, they got like a 1 mile radius at the most.
Yeah.
That roams over 100 miles a day. Just me.
So, yeah. Or any such that come nigh a wild beast. What, do you supposed to feel sorry for him? Nope. You took yourself in there with the lion. Guess what? Black folks don't do that. Black folks see a lion, they gonna make sure that they separate from the lion. They gonna make sure that they ain't nowhere near that lion. Oh, but the one that ain't sold, that ain't upright in him, he gonna go in there. Let me see what this lion is doing.
Shoot, we do that with dogs. We don't know.
Yeah. We come to people's house and be like, you ain't got no dogs, do you? Yeah. Yeah, we don't mess with them with dogs.
All right.
Cats neither. We don't mess with little house cats.
Nah.
Get your cat.
They worse than
you. Seriously. I had a bout with a cat one time. Gave me damn near turned me into a quadriplegic.
You said the Most High saved you from a house cat.
This was the biggest house cat you ever seen in your life. That boy got to scratching me and tearing me up. He was on me. I didn't think cats could fight.
Man. I
was through with cats ever since then.
Man.
The cat jumped on me and the cat was like, just on me. It went around my whole car, had my whole car rocking like this. rocking the whole car.
You ever met anybody got jumped on by a house cat?
And my cousin was standing outside the car. He was dying. He was laughing. He was cracking up. I said, man, get the cat. Get the cat. Get the cat. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I ain't seen no man beat you like that. He said, I never seen no man beat you like that. That cat was on you, cuz. That's what he said, man.
The cat got down on you.
I said, you better not tell nobody. Yeah.
Man.
So good. Let me Isaiah 29:10. That's enough folly. That's enough folly. Let's get back to the word.
Man.
Isaiah 29:10.
Isaiah 29 verse 10.
Uh-huh.
For the Most High hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
The Most High did this. Most of our entertainers and most of the so-called African Americans and black folks in this country, the Most High poured out a spirit of deep sleep upon them. Their ears, just like the scripture we read earlier, their ears is dull. The understanding is dull. Their eyes are blind. And it's up to you and I, men of the Most High, to go out here in these streets and teach our people. Thus says the Most High Yah. It's up to us. We have to prepare our hearts and our minds. That's what we talked about earlier, about where's the scripture. We have to know. We have to know. Certain things we got to know, because the Most High is preparing us to teach our brethren. To teach our brethren. We have to be able to instruct them in righteousness and know how to do it. And know how to do it. Come on.
For the Most High hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
Come on.
And hath closed your eyes.
See, close your eyes. Come on.
And the prophets and your rulers.
The prophets that are among you, who are us, the prophets that are among you. Come on.
The seers.
Uh-huh.
Hath he covered.
How he covered. You don't even know. You can't even understand the prophets when they come before you. You can't even understand. You got a prophet sitting right in your face, and he's talking to you, and you have no idea what the man is saying.
Right.
Because he poured out a spirit of deep sleep upon you. And if you woke up to this truth, you better be saying, Todayah, that your eyes been open to this truth. Because not everybody that heard what you heard woke up. And they part of that 2/3. You are part of that remnant that's going to gain salvation. Come on. That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
Or Psalm 69:22.
Psalm
69:22. Y'all better be thanking y'all that y'all woke up to this truth.
69 and 22. Psalm 69, verse 22. Let their table be a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap.
Well, man, let's read that again. Did y'all gain understanding with that? Read it again.
Psalm 69, verse 22. Let their table become a snare before them,
Let their table become a snare before them.
and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap.
Wow, do y'all understand what that scripture is? Just read it again, verse 22. Read it again.
Yeah.
Let their table become a snare before them.
That table is the Bible. That table is the Bible. Come on.
And that which should have been for their welfare,
And the Bible that should have been for their well-being,
let it become a trap.
let it become a trap. Goodness.
Wow.
Everything you need is located in this Bible. All of our aspirations, all of our promises, everything come out of this Bible. But instead of it being for your welfare, it's going to be a trap. Because you reject Yah's truth. So instead of this being good for you, and you getting all the promises of Yah, you being the head, not the tail, you being the lender and not the borrower, and you being before and not behind, and you being on rulership, and all that kind of stuff. That's gonna be a trap. It's a trap for you because you ain't gonna keep the commandments. You're not gonna keep the commandments, and guess what? You're gonna get the opposite of everything I just said. You're gonna get the opposite of all the promises of Yah. You're gonna get Nathan. That's it. Verse 22 again.
Let their table become a snare before them.
And
that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap.
let it become a trap. Verse 23.
Let their eyes be darkened.
Let their eyes. This is Yah saying. This is Yah. This is the prophet prophesying through the scriptures. What Yah is saying. Let their eyes be darkened.
Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not, that they see not.
That they see not the promises and the prophecies of the Most High. Many people hear Deuteronomy 28 and cannot, for the life of them, grasp or understand what is going on. And it's plain. To us, it's plain. When we talk about change about today, we talk about serving your enemy and hunger and thirst. When it talks about going into slavery on ships and being sold, it's plain. It's plain. But other people are like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. This I don't understand this. This ain't talking about us. This not talking about us. Your eyes has been opened and theirs are not. And the Bible has now became a trap. What was for their welfare, was for their good, has now became a trap to them. Come on.
Let their eyes be darkened.
Let their eyes be darkened.
That they see not.
That they see not.
And make their loins continually to shake.
Let their loins continue to shake. Mean vomit. Vomit. Sickness. Their loins continue to shake. Come on. Was that it?
No. Oh, yeah, that was it for that. 24.
Verse 24.
Pour out thine indignation upon them. And let thy wrathful anger take hold of them.
Does that mean they're going to die? That means they're going to be put to death because they did not want to heed to the voice of the Almighty Yah or to His word. They didn't want to keep the commandments and statutes of Yah. Neither did they keep the faith of Yahushua Messiah. And I just want to say one thing about that. These Israelites, and I pray for them all the time. Non-Messianic Hebrew Israelites. They keep the commandments, but they don't keep the faith of Yahushua Messiah because they don't believe in the faith of Yahushua Messiah. They don't believe in Yahushua at all, or Jesus, or Yahushua, or whatever these different groups are calling them. They don't believe in the Messiah.
You have to.
That is a major problem.
You can't get to the Father.
A major problem. So be aware of them. Be aware of them, and just pray for them, and stay away from them. Stay away from them. We had one that came to our Passover. You know what I'm saying? She said, yeah. I told her that we were a Messianic group.
She was sitting here meeting.
The older lady, the two older ladies.
Yeah, she looked like she was from the convent.
Yeah.
But I told her that we're a Messianic group. You know what I'm saying? She said that's all right. She just hadn't celebrated the Passover with any other group before. She knew who we were. She'd been to our classes before. I said fine. But when she got there, she wanted to question us about what we believe. Well, that's not what you said you was coming here for. You know what I'm saying? We told you in the beginning, and you know that we're Messianic believers. Period. Point blank. You don't believe. You want to do make all kind of derogatory statements. Say Yehoshua was fake. Say New Testament is fake, and all this kind of stuff. That's on you. That's on you. You blind to it, and you're not going to make the kingdom. All my brothers and sisters, is not the non-Messianics. I always have one question, and none of them can answer me. How do you suggest Israel get back? With no temple and no temple priests? And no lambs to slaughter? No. How do you get back?
Christ is the sacrifice.
That's right. How do you get back? Because even in Torah, it says that there is no forgiveness of sin unless something dies. There has to be a blood sacrifice in order for there to be an atonement for your disobedience to the commandments. That doesn't change.
Right.
So I always say the same thing in the Messianics. How do you give back? Oh, they say you know the scripture that says if you pray, he will heal our land. If we pray, that don't have nothing to do with the law. The law states that the atonement, there must be a sin, an atonement for sin, a blood sacrifice. So that's my question to my brothers and sisters that's non-Messianic, and I pray that they come into a greater understanding. So that, with that being said, let's go to Isaiah 6 and 10. A few more scriptures. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right with a few more scriptures?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, he don't know yet.
Uh-huh.
He don't know yet. I'm gonna put you up on it after class. Isaiah 6 and 10. I'm gonna put you up on. Don't worry about it. Isaiah 6 and 10. Make the heart of this people fat. Make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
And convert and be healed. What version you reading out of?
16:11.
16:11.
Yeah,
It sounds a little different than what he was saying, didn't it? Not really.
Not really. It's like a couple words.
A couple words or something.
Like mine say Lord God.
Yeah,
Lord
but we don't say that here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say
We explain it to him after class.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And, all right. Let's read that again. What was that? Isaiah 16?
Yeah.
All right, let's read that again.
Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
And convert and the Most High. This is Yah's doing. Ain't that something? He said he already know. He knows the beginning from the end. He know you're not gonna be not right. He know who's gonna be obedient, and he know who's not already. So he said, just make them blind to it. Blind them. They're not gonna be right no way. Blind them. Make their eyes dull. Matter of fact, do all this, stop their ears, because they might hear and then be healed. They might be delivered. So, do y'all understand what I just said?
Right, I'm like,
I read it.
Yeah. He picks and chooses who he's going to destroy. Blind them to it. I don't want them healed. Blind them to it. Because my word is my word. They might end up saying, I'm coming to the truth now and be healed. You just heard what it said. Read it again. Y'all don't believe me. Since y'all believe me, read it again. Read it again, yeah.
Make the hearts of this people fat.
Make the hearts of these people fat. Watch this.
Make their ears heavy.
Make their ears dull to understand what is being read. Come on.
Shut their eyes.
And make them blind to what it is that they are seeing. The prophecies is coming forth.
And shut their eyes lest they see with their eyes.
And shut their eyes unless they begin to see the prophecies being revealed with their eyes. Y'all understand me so far? Mm-hmm. Okay, come on.
And hear with their ears.
And hear with their ears. And what you do when you hear with your ears. Come on.
And understand with their heart.
And begin to understand with their heart, meaning their mind. Their heart meaning their mind.
And convert.
And what?
Convert.
And convert.
And be healed.
And be healed. He said, stop that. Cut that off.
right.
I don't want them converted or healed.
The scripture
Because my
says
word
turn
will
back.
convert and heal you.
The scripture says instead of convert, it says turn back.
Turn
so
back.
you have to turn back.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start following the laws and the commandments.
You have to start following laws and commandments, but he cut certain people off. That's what that scripture just said. Mm-hmm. Let their ears be dull.
Yeah.
Let them be void of understanding. Let their heart not turn back, because if you read this, this word is so powerful, it will convert you. It will heal you, because my word in itself, it don't come back void. That's what it means. The word just does what it does. It don't return to Yah void. Whatever he set forth his word to do, it accomplishes. So that person, let them be dull to it. They ain't gonna be right no way. Disobedient, stiff-necked Negroes. That's a rough scripture.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Blind them to it. Let them be destroyed. That's essentially Yah saying that 2/3, let them be destroyed. Don't even let them see who they are. Blind them to it. That's rough. That's a rough statement. Let's get 2 Corinthians.
What?
2 Corinthians chapter 4. Start at verse 3.
Corinthians 4 and 3.
Yep, 2 Corinthians 4. And yep, start at verse 3.
2 Corinthians 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid,
Watch this, if our gospel be hid.
it is hid to them that are lost.
If the gospel is hid, then it is hid to them that are lost. Kanye, you are lost. And y'all's gospel or y'all's good news is hid from you. You can't see it. You can't see it. The good news is hid from you. Read it again, please.
But if our gospel be hid,
But if our gospel be hid,
it is hid to them
it is hid to them
that are lost.
that are already lost. If it's hid at any point, if you can never understand it, if you never get it, then the Bible is saying you are already lost. He knows the beginning, he knows the end at the beginning. Meaning you'll never get it. And the good news is lost to you. Verse 4. Was that all of verse 3?
Yeah, that was all 3.
Verse 4.
In whom the Most High
Uh-huh.
of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Have blinded the minds of them that believe not in the good news or the gospel. Come on.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yehoshua, who is the image of Yah,
Come on.
should shine unto them.
Come on.
For we preach not ourselves,
We don't preach of ourselves. Come on.
but Yehoshua Messiah the Most High,
Come on.
and ourselves your servants for Yehoshua's sake.
For Yehoshua's sake. Is that all the 5?
Yeah.
Okay, give me Ephesians. Now let's go to Ephesians 2 and start at verse 12 because we need to know what that good news is. Because Paul is saying, we preach the glorious gospel or the good news of Yehoshua Messiah. And if you do not understand our speech or you do not understand this good news, then you are already lost.
What book are you going to?
We're going to Ephesians 2 and 12.
Right.
I think I want to start at verse 12.
Ephesians 2 and 12.
Yeah.
That
Let's find out what that gospel or that good news is. Come on.
Ephesians 2 verse 12.
Come on.
That at that time you were without Yehoshua.
At that time, let's go to verse 11. Let's go to verse 11.
Wherefore remember
Uh-huh.
that ye being in time past
That ye being in time past, Israel,
Gentiles
you being Hellenized Jews or Hellenized Israelites, Gentiles
in the flesh,
in the flesh, come on,
who are called uncircumcision, who are called uncircumcision,
who are called uncircumcision because you were already scattered. The northern kingdom had already been scattered. Come on.
by that which is called the circumcision,
By that which is called the circumcision, meaning the southern kingdom that's already intact. Come on.
in the flesh made by hands.
In the flesh made by hands. What verse we at?
11.
Verse 12.
Yeah. That at that time
Uh-huh.
you were without Yehoshua.
This is the gospel right here. The same glorious gospel of good news that we talked about in 2 Corinthians. This is him explaining the good news further in Ephesians 2 and 12. Come on.
Being aliens.
Being what?
Being aliens.
You were Israelites who were aliens. Come on.
From the commonwealth of Israel.
From the commonwealth of Israel. Meaning you was not in the state. You had left your first estate. You were gone. You was dispersed already. You already went into captivity. Come on.
And strangers from the covenants of promise.
And strangers from the covenants of promise. Hold that. What was the covenant of promise? Where can I find out? Give me Romans. We're gonna come back to what verse was that?
Okay.
12. That was 12.
It was 12.
I think it was okay. Let's go to Romans right quick. Romans 9.
9 and what?
9 and 4. 9 and 4.
Romans 9 verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites?
To whom pertaineth the adoption
Who pertains or belong to the adoption
and the glory
and the glory
and the covenants
and the covenant. Watch this.
and the giving of the law
And the giving of the law
and the service of Yah
and the servants of Yah. Come on.
and the promises
And the what?
and the promises.
And the promises. And start at the beginning of that chapter, that verse again.
Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites? The promises belong to the Israelites. Go back to Ephesians.
Ephesians was it 4?
Ephesians 2 and 12, I think we're at.
Yeah.
Y'all with me? Y'all staying with me? Okay.
Ephesians 2 verse 12.
Come on.
That at that time you were without Yehoshua,
Uh-huh.
being aliens from the commonwealth
Being
of Israel,
aliens, the commonwealth of Israel. This is I'm trying to get y'all to understand what the good news and the gospel is. Come on.
and strangers from the covenants of promise,
Come on.
having no hope
Having no hope
and without Yah
and without Yah.
in the world.
Come on. The northern kingdom was. Come on.
But now in Yehoshua Messiah,
But now that Yehoshua has came, this is the good news. Now that Yehoshua has come, come on.
you who sometimes were far off,
But you that was afar off from Jerusalem and afar off from Yah's laws, come on,
are made near
are made nigh or near or close, come on,
by the blood of Yehoshua,
by the sacrifice that Yehoshua Messiah has made. Come on.
for he is our peace.
You want something to say?
No.
Come on.
For he is our peace,
Because he is our shalom, our peace. He is our rest. Come on.
who hath made both one.
Who have made... Read that part again. Read it again. Because y'all, I think some of that went over your head. Read it again.
Oh no, it didn't.
Yeah, some of them.
For
went over
he
their
is
head.
our peace,
For he is our peace. Come on.
who hath made both one.
Who have made both the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom one kingdom.
And hath,
One kingdom. Come on.
and hath broken down the middle wall
And have broken down the middle wall.
of partition
Because
between
we
us.
had enemy or intimacy between both northern and southern kingdom. We didn't like one another. We had beef with one another. We were still brothers, but we fought one another. Come on.
For he is our peace,
For he is our peace, our shalom between the two kingdoms. Come
who
on.
hath made both one,
Who have made both one.
and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us,
Read it. Come on.
having abolished in his flesh
Have abolished in his flesh. Come on.
the enmity,
The enmity. Come on.
even the law of commandments contained in ordinances.
Come on. What was that? Contained in ordinance. The sacrificial law. The sacrificial law. Come on.
For to make in himself of twain
To making himself of twain, meaning two. Come on.
one new man,
One new man. We was two separate nations. We was two separate nations made into one new man. With this is all explaining what the good news is.